Psalms 23 and verse number 2 states this: He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. We notice in this verse that, first of all, God makes us lay down in green pastures, and then He leads us beside the still waters. That's the deep waters that Christ has for us there. Notice, first of all, that Christ makes us lay down in green pastures. He forces us to take a rest from the busyness of this life. Really, He makes us take this rest when we don't think we should take it at all. Life does get busy for all of us. It gets much too busy. There's always something to do until it is time to die. There's always people to meet. There's always places to go. Life just gets faster and faster if we let it. But sometimes we get so caught up in the temporary living down here that we forget about the eternity that we're all facing. Sometimes we need to stop. That's why God says He makes me to lie down in green pastures. God always provides everything for us. Sometimes God has to make or force us to lie down and be still. Sometimes God uses sickness to make us just lay down and be still. God uses sickness to force our minds to think about His eternal will and not the temporary things of this world. Sometimes God uses sickness of those who we love, which forces us to be still and to trust in Him. Secondly, sometimes God uses a lack of work. It is during these times that God forces us to think of our family's welfare instead of our own. It is not just the idleness that plagues our minds, but it is also what we are doing to our own families. God has greatly blessed me, in particular in this fashion, that when I was very depressed about what church to pastor, the Lord made me, forced me to lay down, and all around me was green pastures. Understand that God is well able to make us lay down in green pastures when we're used to busyness. God is well able to take care of us very well. You know, I say this because God has always taken good care of me and my family. God has always done that. He's taken care of us financially, physically, mentally, and most importantly of all, God has well taken care of us spiritually. It has not been us. I tell you what, it has not been us. It has been God who watches over us and takes care of us and works on our behalf. God will always do that. You can never go wrong letting God take care of the things that you need. Sometimes God uses people too. Sometimes God uses people to be a blessing to us. In this case, sometimes God lovingly uses people just to watch over and bless us and take care of us. And sometimes God uses people to help us to see that we need to slow down a little bit, that we need to smell the roses, you might say, that we may need to understand that God knows more about the things than we do. And we need to follow Him, not lead Him, but we need to follow our own Savior. God knows this, that Satan is like a roaring lion. He's seeking whom he may devour. And God knows the best thing for us sometimes is to just to lay down in the green pastures and enjoy the times that He has for us.